This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2024 Starcraft GSL travel trailer, model number 290 RLS. Okay. Now this is not a floor plan video. This is more of a how-to video. So I'm just going to show you how some of the features work. Okay. So you have power stabilizers. I'll show you the switches when we get to them. There's one switch controls both rear and another controls both front. You have an awning here with LED strip, power awning I should say, and a second power awning with LED strip. Obviously outside speakers. When you come into the pass-through, well, before we get to the pass-through compartment, you notice these lights have basically it's pre-wired for cameras. The trailer, you can get a backup camera and a right and a left-hand camera here. So this would be the right camera or the door side camera. If you're interested in getting the kit, it's made by Furrion. This would come off and the camera would plug right into here. So keep that in mind if you're interested. Here, I don't know if you can see it very well. Let me try it with a light, if we can try it. No, better without it, I think. Anyway, right there, you can see this is the solar controller. I know you can't get a very good picture, but it tells you everything you need to know about the DC power. Right now, 13.4 volts DC in the system, if you just saw that. 36 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gaining 0.5 amps from the sun and converting it to power and storing it in the battery. So this tells us everything we need to know what's happening with the DC power and the solar panel on your roof, okay? That's the solar controller. Also keep in mind there's a kill switch right here. This kill switch is for your battery on the front. So you can shut that off also. Let me walk over here for a second. Yeah, that's correct. You have a sprayer here, of course. It plugs into the spray ports. You have the crank. This particular crank here with the long with the cylinder with a slot cut in it. This will actually crank your power stabilizers. If they happen to fail for any reason, you come to this side here and you look. There's a shaft with a pin through it right there. That crank will fit right on there. You can actually crank them manually to get yourself out of trouble, okay? You have a larger 3/4 inch crank there. That 3/4 inch crank is for your power tongue jack. If your power tongue jack ever fails, you can pull this plug right out of the top. It's got a 3/4 inch hex there, and you can put that crank on there. You can actually crank it manually so you can get hitched and unhitched no matter what. So that's what those two cranks are for. All the way in there, that's your dump hose and a little short cord adapter reducer, okay? Alright, so you have a deep cycle marine battery. You're obviously getting a hitch, which is a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how that operates when you pick up. You have your power tongue jack, of course. You have two LP tanks, which are full right now with an automatic changeover regulator. Deep cycle marine battery. Over here to the other side where we were. Okay, there's your front stabilizer switch there. Controls both front. There's one in the back for both rear. This is your water heater right here. Okay, get this off with one hand here if I'm lucky. There we go. So right now this water heater is empty because it's winterized, but you can see there's a electric heating element behind this cover here, and there's a burner. Both switches are inside the trailer. This is your drain plug / anode rod. It screws right into there. Takes an 1 1/16 6-point socket. Now right now the water heater is bypassed and empty because this trailer is winterized. So keep in mind when you want to use it again, you gotta put the valves in the correct position in the back of the water heater, and most importantly, you always have to have water in the water heater tank before you turn it on. So never run it dry. Always make sure there's water in it. Okay. I'm not going to do that one-handed, so I'll leave it open until I come back around. Okay, that's your furnace vent there. You have low point drains. You have your black tank valve and two gray tank valves here. Those are your dump valves. This right here is just a vent for your for your range hood vent. Make sure the baffle in here is flapping freely when you're venting to the outside. And it's very simple. Here's your other switch. This is a 50 amp cord. This is a 50 amp system, so you get that plus the reducer to reduce it down to a 30. Another one to reduce it down to a 20. This is your docking station here. So you look at this drawing right here. So when this blue valve is vertical, this is city water. So you hook the hose onto there, you got city water hookup. If you're going to camp someplace that does not have city water and you need to fill the tank, you would turn this to horizontal like this, like it shows in the drawing here, and it'll fill your fresh water tank. Then you can use the onboard pump to pump the water. All the plumbing will work as though you have city water, but you just be pumping out of your tank. So you have two options. Even if you don't have city water, you can take the water with you. Cable and satellite through here. This is where one of the places that spray port goes, the coiled sprayer that I showed you, the blue one. This is your black tank flush right here. So after you dump your black tank, you can leave the black tank open, like it says on this sticker here. Leave the valve open, put the hose of the dump station onto here, turn it on, it'll spray out your black tank, it'll clean off the sensors. Does a really good job of, if you just spray it off the sensors, keeps them clean, so you get a good accurate reading on your monitor panel. So it's a good thing to do, obviously, if you have a working hose at the dump station. There's your backup camera, the one in the back. Like I said, there's a Furrion kit for that. We sell them here. You can get them elsewhere, but you have the backup camera option or the 3-camera option. Okay, you have a ladder which makes it easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states every 60 to 90 days you need to send somebody up there to inspect it to make sure everything's in good shape. No damage by low branches or cracking or separation or anything. So you can't see what's happening on the roof unless somebody looks. So it's important to be part of your regular maintenance to make sure your roof's in good shape. Okay. This is a quick connect for your LP system to add a grill or griddle, whatever. Okay, you have a TV signal out plus power. All right. Very nice trailer. So let's go inside. Okay. The furnace is running. Okay, so this has the new. I'm going to pull this your plastic off here so we can read it better. Okay. We normally let the customer do, but the way this is set up is very hard to see with that. It's got like a haze to it. So okay. This is your control panel here. So you're running the furnace right now. You'll have to learn this. I'll just basically go through it with you. But oh, right here. I'm sorry. You set the mode from furnace to air conditioning. You can run the air conditioning with just the fan, without the compressor, also to circulate air. These are for your lights here. You can shut them off right here. You can also do it by selecting here on the panel. Temperature right here, your furnace. You can set the temperature and everything. That makes it real simple. Your water pump, which is off right now, but the water pump, if I was to turn it on right here, hitting on, the water pump will pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water, like we just talked about, filling your tank before you get to the place you're camping. And also, the water pump's also used to winterize the trailer. Okay, you turn your water heater on electric right here, right below it, and then to turn it on gas right below that. So just remember, never run the water heater without water. That's important. Most people will run it on electric all the time. I mean, when they're at the campsite, and then if they need a boost, like people are showering, they can kick on the burner also, so you get faster recovery. So generally, they leave the electric heating element on, so you got hot water. But if you really need some more, you kick on the gas burner. So anyway, you just scroll through that. Your slide rooms, everything you can. Let me do this right here. Here you see awning 1 and awning 2. We saw those both out there. Slide 1 and slide 2. So those are your slide rooms and your awnings. Okay, you get the idea. This device here is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green. If not, get it serviced right away. It has to be green and functioning because it's very important, obviously. This is your power converter here. This converts AC to DC power. So just push this to open it. There we go. And you have circuit breakers here. Let's see what he has these all for. You have circuit breakers here. These are 110 AC, just like you see at home, and then they're labeled here. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC here, so you've got 12 volt fuses and the 2 breakers, and they're all labeled here, right? Also, this will check your battery up front, the one on the tongue, and it'll sense how much energy it needs, and it'll, as long as you're plugged into shore power, it'll keep your battery charged also. So when you're plugged into shore power, this charges your battery. When you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle charges your battery, and the solar panel always charges it as it can, depending on the conditions outside, okay? All right. Refrigerator. This one has the door that opens both ways. I guess you can always figure out how to get in it because of that, so you have that. And plus your freezer. Your microwave works like any other microwave. The vent, remember I showed you the vent on the outside? I said keep the baffle open when you're venting. So if you can run the fan, make sure that baffle's open so it vents to the outside. You also have a light here. Your range is right here. It works like they all do, just about. You have 3 knobs here for the 3 burners, and then that's the oven. This one here is the sparker. Let me see if I can do this with one hand here. Just like that. Very simple. The oven is a little different. There's a pilot light down here. So you light the pilot light. To do that, you're going to go to the picture of the pilot light. Then you depress this. You spark it till it lights. Once you see it light down there, you hold it for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then you go to operating temperature. When you shut it off, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay? Always travel with this shut. In your packet here is all your literature for all the components. You have a pantry here. Okay. Alright, so TV, obviously. Smart TV. Then you have your sound system here. You have remotes for both of those. Okay. This has it has Bluetooth. It has AM/FM radio. All the stuff you would think it would have. It has 2 speaker zones, A and B. A is inside the trailer, B is outside the trailer. So for a trailer, it's a really good system. Below it is your fireplace, which is also a space heater. You get a remote for that also. So you shut it on and off, obviously. Now if you look here, if you can see it, it says F1. Hopefully you can see that. Now it's 0, 0. That's the fan. The fan is off. The fan is on low. Now it's on high, so it really kicks out the heat on high. So it's actually an effective space heater. It works off campground electricity, so on those days where you don't quite need to use your limited supply of LP gas, you can run this. But you can change the appearance of the flame. As you see right there, you can change the crystals. So there's a lot you can do with it. It also has a timer, so you can set it to turn on and turn off when you want to. Okay. Okay, your keys are hanging here on your faucet. This is a hide-a-bed here, so the cushions pull completely off, right? Then you're going to grab it down here, you're going to fold it out 3 panels and drop the legs, and you got a really decent hide-a-bed. You have your theater seating here. These attachments come with it. I don't know if I guess for eating or something they'd be all right. I'm just going to set this aside right now so you can see what we have here. So you have it's powered, so your foot and your footrest in your back, and then you also have a USB port. It looks like there. So okay. You have straps with these chairs. There should be somewhere. I didn't prep this trailer, but generally speaking, the strap goes over them just so that they can't bounce around and break something, dent something. But I'll have to talk to the guy who prepped it to see what's where. It also has a leaf that folds out. Looks like a leaf goes in here. Let's see if we can find that leaf. I don't know if it comes with one or what, but often you'll find it in here if it does. No, not there. I guess I'm wrong. I should look before I speak. Well, we'll look for the straps anyway to see what's happening with it, because I don't see them. Okay, let me move on here. I don't have a limited amount of time before this file shuts off and starts another one. Sink and shower work like any other sink and shower, of course. You have your fan here. The toilets is typical travel trailer toilet. It sits right over the black tank, a black tank. Right? You see there's antifreeze in there. When you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. Then you're going to come here, you're going to dump a dose of chemical right in the bowl. Then you'll step on the pedal, hold it down till at least a gallon of water goes into the tank below along with the chemical. I say at least a gallon. You can use more. Some people use 2 or 3. It's up to you. But you got to have at least a gallon of water and a dose of chemical. Or else, if you don't do that, the smell will be terrible, plus it'll get clogged up. So you'll only make that mistake once. Okay. Sorry about my camera work. Okay. So you have charger there, one on each side of the bed. You saw there's storage room for storage underneath. You have TV hookup here and a backing plate for a bracket so you can see the camera laying down if you choose to. This is your emergency exit here. Works like most of them do. Looks like you didn't open this one. Let me get it open. Okay. So basically, to escape, you're gonna push this all the way through. Then you'll grab a hold of the screen here by this red tab and pull the screen out, and then you can make your getaway there. Okay. Alrighty. I think we've got it here. Let me look around a bit. Very nice. Okay. Yes. Okay, well that's good then. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof. It should be part of your regular maintenance. You're just protecting your investment. You can't see what's happening on the roof unless somebody looks, so it's important to know what's happening. I mean, if it gets damaged by low branch, you'd want to know that, right? So that should be part of your regular maintenance. And right now this is winterized, so all the water's been purged from the system and replaced with antifreeze. Your water heater is bypassed and it's empty right now. And like I said, always make sure there's water in the water heater tank before you turn it on, okay? Thank you.